Hey, welcome back. We got one more question to take care of today, and then we will be done with our assignment. So, this last question looks like it's got some pretty big numbers. So I think we're probably going to have to practice reading those big numbers. All right. So, first of all, let's look at the numbers. It looks like when we're talking about place value, we have our ones right there. We have our thousands. We have our millions, and then we have our billions. Period. Here we have our ones, our thousands, our millions, and our billions. So what we're looking at is it appears that we are looking at numbers in the billions. So let's read it one period at a time. 57 billion, 410 million, 243,190. All right, so when we read this, we might have to go ahead and remember our place value. The tech company Apple made a total of $57,410,243,190 in the year 2020. McDonald's as a company earned $19,210,589,211 in the same year. What is the difference between the earnings of the Apple company and McDonald's? All right, so difference, that's a clue. Let's reread because it looks like we have some things to figure out. All right, I accidentally just started picking things, so we haven't found the answer yet. Let's figure it out. So the tech company Apple made a total of $57,410,243,190 in the year 2020. McDonald's as a company earned $19,210,589,211 in the same year. What is the difference between the earnings of the Apple company and McDonald's? So we have two numbers. We have the Apple number and we have the McDonald's number. And then we're going to look for the difference. So let's underline the question. What is the oops, I forgot how to do that with my mouse. What is terrible line? The difference between the earnings of the Apple company and McDonald's. All right, so we read and reread, we underlined the question. Let's bracket important information. So Apple made a total of that many dollars. $57,410,243,190. McDonald's earned $19,210,589,211 in the same year. And then we have to find the difference. So to find the difference, obviously, let's line up our place value and line up, make sure that everything, all of the places are lined up. So the bigger number goes on top. Apple had the bigger number. And as you can see, like with these vertical lines, I'm going to try and keep each number in one box. So graph paper is really helpful sometimes. Also, you can turn your notebook paper sideways and you have vertical lines too. So there's the number for how much Apple made, 57,410,243,190. And then we're going to find the difference by subtracting 19,210,589,211. All right. So remember, big number goes on top, number with the most digits or the one with the most value. In this case, they have the same amount of digits, but they have different values. So we set up the problem. Now what you just need to do is subtract. So obviously, I want you to try this yourself. Please don't use a calculator, but I really want you to try and borrow where you need to. All right. Since we have 0 ones, we cannot take away one. So we're going to borrow 10 ones from our 10. So we took away 1 10. We have 8 10s now. We have 10 ones. We can do 10 minus 1 equals 9. 8 minus 1 equals 7. 1 minus 2. Once again, we're going to have to borrow from next door. So we're going to borrow 1,000. And that is the same thing as 10 hundreds. All right. So we are, that's an 11. So 11 minus 2 is 9. 2 minus 9, that I can't do. Gonna have to borrow from next door. All right, which turns us to 12. So you might have to borrow quite a bit on this problem. Okay, so just remember, borrow from the next door. There's no situation where you have like zeros in a row, so you shouldn't have to skip anything, but just one step at a time and look at your answer choices and see which one matches and check your work. Just answer the question.